So it should be it now. Okay,
line. Trying to convert into three-point play. It's up, and it is good. You like this matchup for Isaiah Stevens much better than the one on Wednesday night. See, Cardenas or House. And that's not a knock on Cardenas. It's more of a compliment to Jalen House. Man, he really did a number on Isaiah Stevens on Wednesday night in that 19-point Ram blowout loss. Here's the 7-footer on the inside of Dallo. Runner on the left hand, no good. Rebound CSU.
That's one of those dollar moves, 10-cent finish there as he spins away from that double team, but really lost his footing.
Stevens on the right side. Rams into the front court here. 3 minutes into the game. Colorado State up 5-0. Donjay up between the rings. Sends it down low. Block. Here's James Morris. Needs to go to work. Backs his way down. Sends it out to Cartier. Steps into a three. Well off. Rebound on the weak side to Sage Tolbert. Having in the forecourt, Amari Moore on the left wing. Outside the arc. Moore tried to hook a pass to the 7-footer. Diallo is knocked out of bounds by Rivera. And that'll stay with San Jose State. 22 on the shot clock.
And you just see it. When Amari Moore has the ball in his hands, there's 5 defenders just staring at him on that ball screen. And nice job there. Rivera just not letting him escape without getting a deflection.
And Tavy Jackson has checked in for the first time for Colorado State today. Jackson has not played in the last 3 games. In fact, Jackson, last time he was on the court, December the 11th, the last home game for the Rams of the victory against the NAI school Peru State. Down the lane, Moore, but it's a tough shot, missed it. Rebound tip for Moore, trying to track it down, does, and saves it from going out of bounds. Cardenas will reset, top of the key for San Jose State. Moore left wing, back to Cardenas, top of the key. Drives right down the lane, looked like he walked, no call, floated up, missed it. Rebound CSU, just short-armed it. Colorado State front court, Stevens, head of steam down the lane. He'll scoop it up and in.
So much for being afraid of Amari Moore at the rim. I mean, just goes right into his chest, finishing through. Tough finish in transition.
So Isaiah Stevens off to a nice start. He has a quick 5. It's a 7-0 lead for Colorado State. 4 minutes into the contest. Tolbert on the left wing, outside to Moore. He's going to launch the 3 and connect. So Amari Moore only shooting 30% from deep, but still a dangerous player, and knocks down the 3.
And he's just under control there. Obviously, with what you just said, they're going to go under all those ball screens, and he's going to have an opportunity to have that 3 all game long, but just completely under control is what you see with great players.
Stevens maneuvering on the right side, has Moore on him. Pull up Jay, Isaiah, book it. Watch out. He's got 7. 2 subpar games for Isaiah. Again, watch out.
Talk about control there. A quick couple of crossover, and again, so deadly at the mid-range there with that pull-up.
Over top of the key, found a back cutter in the lane. Amari Moore, he missed it. Late whistle and a foul. And that's one of those where the officials are waiting to see if the shot went down. But, man, look, if it's a foul, it's a foul. Let's go. I hate that, Adam.
And Amari Moore was about to dunk that one, too. So it kind of just slipped out of his hands, and I think he did get fouled. But you're right, that late kind of NBA, no make or no call.
Yeah, man, I hate that. If it's a foul, call it. If it's not a foul, don't call it. It's a pretty simple job.
Yeah, we're not at that level, though, right?
From that standpoint. No, it's not a simple job, but it's a simple concept. If you see the foul, call it. All right, we'll take a timeout. Good start for the Rams. They lead 9-3 here over San Jose State. 14:57 to go, and we are in the first half of play. We're back after this on the Colorado State Sports Network from Learfield. All right, back here on a Saturday afternoon, we're in Fort Collins. Mountain West Conference basketball, 14:57 to go in the first half. Rams out to a 9-3 lead. Brian Roth, Adam Nygaard with you. Welcome, everybody, joining us on local Channel 3 up and down the Front Range of Colorado, and those of you, joining us, the Mountain West Network and across Colorado State Radio Network. Adam Nygaard back in the chair next to me. Missed the last 3 games. As his daughter was born a couple of weeks ago, Harper Olivia Nygaard, and I know enjoying man-to-man defense with you and your wife now.
My hands are full, that's to say the least nowadays.
Well, good to have you back, Adam, as Amari Moore at the free throw line. And he gets the first one up and good. 9-4 lead. For CSU, make it 9-5 lead. Amari Moore got them both. Moore has all 5 for San Jose State here today. Colorado State going to the bench is Kyle Evans, who's coming off a career game against New Mexico on Wednesday night. Set career highs in points, minutes, and rebounds in the game for the first time. Tanjay catch and shoot 3 right side. Yes, sir. That's a good sign. John knocked down 3 triples on Wednesday against New Mexico.
Nice roll from Kyle Evans, just completely collapsing the defense on that weak side, and Tanjay gets a wide open look.
Amari Moore spinning right down the lane. They got him with a walk. Right, just the extra step through there on Moore as he went right after Tavy Jackson, the freshman for Colorado State.
Now here's a guy you got to watch out for. Viola comes in this game, and he is just a bully down inside. He's just looking to get rebounds no matter what end of the floor he's on, and that big spark off the bench for the Spartans.
Rams have it in the front court. Here's Isaiah Stevens outside to Isaiah Rivera. Penetrates right in the lane. 2 feet in the paint. Fade away 2 short. And rebound to Cardenas and San Jose State. Spartans bring it back the other way. Cardenas top of the key. Starts left, got down the paint, kicked all the way through. Standstill 3 is up, missing there from Anderson to the right wing. And the rebound to Kyle Evans. Rams in the front court. 13:55 to go here in the first. Stevens left his feet, nearly threw it away. Got it to Evans. Just dropped it off to him, top of the key. Evans down the lane, lays it in. Give the assist to John Tanjay. That was pretty.
And Viola just doesn't stand a chance against that long reach from Kyle Evans, who just kind of puts it over him and even finished with that inside right hand. So nice roll again from the freshman.
Colorado State has their largest lead of the first half so far, sitting at 9. More a little pick and roll, tried to hook a pass off down low. Ball was tied up. Viola and Tavy Jackson both getting their hands on the basketball there. Possession arrow going to favor Colorado State, I believe. And indeed it will. San Jose State going to their bench here. Garrett Anderson, freshman out of Phoenix, will check in for the first time this afternoon. And it'll be Ram basketball, 13:25 to go in the first half. CSU leading 14-5, largest lead of the first half so far. Jackson has it up between the rings. Watch there by the freshman Anderson. Now to Stevens. Boy, wide open look. Isaiah will bury it from the left angle. Timeout, San Jose State.
Well, it's a great fade because you go under that screen, but how about the screen from Kyle Evans? So now 2 great rolls and then a hard screen, getting your best three-point shooter, the best look of his career, and no wonder he hits nothing but net.
Isaiah Stevens with 10 of the 17 already this afternoon. And again, we talked in the pregame show about Isaiah's struggles over the last couple of games. Of course, he was absolutely sublime 2 weeks ago against St. Mary's in the win for the Rams in Moraga. Struggled a little bit against USC, and then, didn't play his best basketball, obviously, and he'll tell you that. On Wednesday night, Stevens just 4 of 15 from the floor. You look at the last 2 games, just 1 of 11 from deep, Adam, but comes out here, goes 4 of 4, and knocks down his first 3. I mentioned a moment ago, watch out. That's trouble for San Jose State.
And the shots don't look forced. They don't look rushed or forced. They're within the offense, but they're aggressive, and it's just those last 4 or 5 matchups, he's gone through the buzzsaw of teams. I mean, I know Tad Boyle put him in a vice and really made things tough on him, and then the Lobos did the exact same thing. So it's just one of those things where when he looks sped up and uncomfortable, he's not as good, but tonight he has really got his feet under him and getting set.
San Jose State in the front court after the 30-second timeout by head coach Tim Miles. 17-5, Rams with the lead. 3 trying the left wing, missing their rebound, tipped around, loose on the floor. Evans got his hands on it, and he secures it. Got it to Stevens. Forecourt, Jackson slicing down the lane. He lost it. Had to kick it back out. Isaiah, baseline drive, steps in. Banker up, missed it. Rebound, San Jose State. First miss of the afternoon for Isaiah Stevens. Cardenas in the forecourt, left corner now. Triple is up, and it is good. And that's Tolbert Gorner, sophomore out of Turkey. And he's a kid who can really shoot it.
And that's all he does. That is what he is there to do. So for the Rams to not really get to him in transition, that's not good.
Here's a little 1-3-1 zone now shown by San Jose State. Rams trying to figure out what to do with it here. Stevens right wing, fake the three, skip past Tanjay, left side. He will fire the three, missed it badly. Rebound to Gorner. That was a contested three, probably not the best look for CSU. Shot clock was still at 10. Cardenas drives right in the paint, all the way to the rim, lays it up. Block, whistle, count the bucket.
That's a great take. I mean, that is a great hesitation crossover, refusing that ball screen. And I like what Jackson's trying to do there. He's just unable to get his legs outside of that restricted area. So although he's probably there and in the right spot, standing still, just that restricted area is too good, and tough finish from Cardenas.
I don't know if he had any part of his feet outside the restricted area, to be honest with you. I mean, you know, sometimes you have a heel or something on the. I mean, I think both feet were completely in.
That bails you out in practice or in the film room, though. When they see you taking that, that's like, all right, I can live with that mistake. But hey, it's just got to be a little quicker. But I mean, again, Cardenas really crossed that over so quick that the help side couldn't get there in time. By
the way, the trio of officials here this afternoon: Winston Stitt, Doran Gottschall, and Wilson Holland. So Alvaro Cardenas at the line, sophomore out of Spain, returning starter, a kid who started 22 games last season. Free throws up, missed it, and the rebound to Colorado State.
And Cardenas last game against UNLV that made a diving play at the ball to force a turnover and get free throws, where he made 1 of 2 and was able to force overtime with that. Had he made it, he would have won the game for him. So this is a guy who's really starting to show that Gator mentality that Coach Miles likes to play with.
Here's Stevens, angle left, going up against that 1-3-1 zone. Got in the paint to Cartier, back out to Stevens. Good look. Isaiah fires, rims away. Rebound to San Jose State.
Again, that's a great three. Inside out to your guy with the hot hand. So continue to do that and attack inside out against that zone.
Cardenas kicks out, right side. Three try up by Anderson. Misses badly. Rebound to CSU. Stevens at the controls forecourt. Good feed. Cartier. Reverse layup is up and good.
Viola never got a chance to swing his hips around and play defense, just retreating the whole time, and Cartier sprinting the floor.
Colorado State up 19-10. Left baseline drive. Gorner sends it out front, top of the key to Anderson. Anderson, Viola, high post, hands off to Gorner, step back three. It's a tough look. Missed it badly. Rebound CSU. Stevens into the front court. Isaiah top of the key, skip past left corner, Heb, now to Tanjay, fakes the three, nowhere to go. Still going up against this 1-3-1 zone. Now to Cartier left of the lane. Kicks it to the corner. Great look. This is Heb. That's a three, and it's good.
And how about the twin towers that the Rams are playing with right now? Cartier to the 4, Kyle Evans at the 5. I think that kind of frees up Cartier a little bit and lets him play in his more natural position as a power forward.
Rams get the lead up to 12. Second time they've held a 12-point advantage. They have led from the get-go. Right inside the lane, Anderson tried to get through a double team. Did he walk? Did not. Instead, they'll get him with an offensive foul. It'll be Ram basketball as Trey Anderson picks up his first personal foul and the first team foul here in the afternoon for San Jose State. Halfway home here in the first half, 22-10. Rams off to a great start here in the Mountain West Conference home opener. Back after this on the Colorado State Sports Network from Learfield.
Strong.
Hey, Ram fans, you can pay loud and proud this season with a CSU Visa debit card exclusively from FNBO. It's tied to any FNBO checking account. The CSU Visa debit card, completely free, allows you to show your Ram pride when you pay. Get your CSU Visa debit card today at any FNBO branch or at fnbo.com/CSU. FNBO, an official bank of Colorado State Athletics. Back with Nigon, Adam Nigon. We'll call you Nigon, I guess, too. Nigon and Roth with you, I guess, is how we'll do that. I mean, nobody calls me Brian these days. And not a lot of people call you Adam either. So, Nigon and Roth back with you courtside here, 10:17 to go in the first half. Great start here for CSU, up by 12, and where they've started to pick apart the zone a little bit, and Isaiah Stevens has been terrific.
Yeah, he's just been on attack mode and really not sped up attack mode. It's just everything's within that offense, getting a couple of wide open layups, threes, and mid-range. And how about this right now? The Rams have 0 turnovers, and we knew San Jose State wasn't going to force a lot as they just pack it in. But, hey, anytime you can play 10 minutes and not turn the ball over, that does huge things for you and your confidence building in this ball game.
Yeah, and 7 assists to go with that as well, too, Adam. I mean, how about that? 7-0 assist turnover so far.
On 9 makes, so that's a great number. Let's see if we can get another one.
Cartier in the paint, turnaround jump hookup, missed it. Man, those are shots that usually right in his wheelhouse, and he's missed 2 of those tonight.
Diallo, a big guy now. He's an Ohio State transfer, so you see the size and the athleticism, and just maybe did enough mentally as he was going up.
Underneath with a good feed, the shot block there. Anderson, the freshman, tried to go up with it, and they'll stay with San Jose State. Reset the shot clock to 20.
All right, James. Okay, and I like Anderson going up, the young freshman trying to punch one in there. So I see you, but not in James Moore's house.
San Jose State to throw it in for the baseline. Out front it comes to Amari Moore. He's off to a quick start. Had the first 5 for San Jose State tonight. Rams leading 22-10. 9:34 to go here in the first. Gorner on the left wing. Top of the key. Back to Amari Moore. 6 on the shot clock. Drives left on Stevens. Sends it to the corner. That's a 3. It's Anderson. It's up. Missed it. Rebound. Foul. Go against San Jose State. Tolbert battling underneath. Gets ticketed with it.
And a great job of all 5 guys blocking out, rebounding, as we know how good of an offensive rebounding team San Jose State is. They've only just allowed 1 offensive rebound so far in these 11 minutes.
JT Elder, freshman out of Tucson, has checked in for the first time for the Spartans. 9:19 to go in the first half, 22-10. CSU with the advantage. It's the San Jose State team coming off win against UNLV on Wednesday night. First conference opening victory in Mountain West Conference history for San Jose State. They were 0 for 9 now in the 10th season here in the Mountain West. Now 1-9. Left corner Hebb, that's another 3. Short this time. Rebound cleared away by Sage Tolbert.
It's a great look, great drive, great kick to the corner. Hebb, who just knocked down one on the other side, so just keep not settling for tough threes.
Driving the paint, reverse layup, missing their rebound. Came out to the near side. Tolbert, now a 3. There's Elder. He'll miss it badly. This time, rebound comes to Colorado State and Isaiah Stevens. Isaiah in the front court. Spartans back to man-to-man defense. They've gone to the 1-3-1 zone on a few possessions today, too. Here's Rivera, a little hesitation, move down the lane, and his left-handed scoop shot rejected out of bounds. That was Gorner. Stays with CSU, 16 of the shot clock. Rams to the bench. Isaiah Stevens gets his first breather of the afternoon. Joe Palmer back in, and Cartier to the Ram bench.
Just trying to steal Stevens a few minutes here before the under-8 timeout. And again, Coach Nico talked about in the pregame, some guys are going to have to probably play 38, 39 minutes with the way the roster's kind of shaking out with injuries right now.
Yeah, again, no Josiah Strong, no Jalen Lake for this one. Tavy Jackson, though, back after missing 3 games. Freshman from Las Vegas controls high on the left side. Left of the lane, it goes to James Moores, looking to back down on Viola. But can't get him deep. Kicked out to Rivera, long 3, missed it. And San Jose State the board. Amari Moore coming in the forecourt. Moore at the free throw line. Steps back there, picked up the bounce, got the ball back after the pass to the left wing to Tolbert. Viola, the Fresno State transfer out front. Hands off to Moore, drives foul line, sends it right side. Elder looked like he walked no call, lost the ball in the paint. It's stolen. 2-on-1 CSU. Here's Palmer to Rivera, down the lane. Laid it up, he missed it. And boy, maybe one more pass back to Palmer was the key there, but Rivera's going to go to the free throw line.
They both gave it up to try and get it back. The only problem is Joe Palmer didn't get it back, but you're right. Rivera made that a little too harder than it had to be in the 2-on-1.
Well, we haven't seen any scoring between these two teams in the last 3 minutes. We've been stuck on 22-10 for quite some time. But the good news is, if you're a Colorado State Ram fan, is that CSU holds the 12-point advantage. We're back after this to Moby Arena on the Colorado State Sports Network from Learfield. Colorado State Ram basketball tonight brought to you by Bank of Colorado. There's only one Colorado, one CSU, and one bank. It's cheers as loud as you do. It's Bank of Colorado. There's only one. 7:40 remaining here in the first half of play. Bring you back inside Moby Arena. Rams on top of the Spartans of San Jose State with a count of 22-10. By the way, national semifinal. College football playoff, TCU with a pick six early in the contest. They lead Michigan by the count of 7-0. Some of the basketball scores in the Mountain West Conference. As Nevada goes on the road, they win at Air Force today, 75-69. As Steve Alford and the Wolfpack now off to a 2-0 start after beating Boise State on Wednesday, and then Utah State beats Fresno State 67-54. No surprise there as Utah State also 2-0 in conference play. First free throw is up and good by Isaiah Rivera, and finally we get some scoring in this basketball game. Rams break their own 3-minute scoring drought.
Both teams are playing good defense out there, I guess.
Second free throw also good, 24-10. Rams with the 2-touchdown lead here. San Jose State in the front court. They have not scored in 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Leo Tolbert has checked in the game. Tolbert, a seldom used kid. Hands off to Moore, drives left down the lane. Good feet on the inside, whistle and a foul. And heading to the free throw line will be JT Elder, who is cutting baseline and looking to throw down something, got hacked.
Well, it's really the only success that San Jose State has had offensively is that same side drive at back cut, almost Princeton back cut. And a couple times now they've been able to get some sort of action at the rim. Luckily, the Rams defensively have been there. Last one, Moore's met Anderson all the way at the top, but this time that back cut just gets him to the line now. So got to be careful there and make them cut through your chest when they're driving at you.
First free throw no good from JT Elder. Again, the freshman out of Tucson. Mentioned Leo Tolbert has checked in the game. Freshman at Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. Tolbert playing in just his 6th game here this season. So Tim Miles searching that bench, trying to find some guys to give him a little bit of a spark. Second free throw is good, and that snaps the 4.5-minute scoring drought for San Jose State. 7:16 to go here in the first half of play. 24-11, CSU by 13. Rams with the basketball. Tanche, head of the key for 3, short. Rebound San Jose State.
That's another great look, great set, double screen. You go under, you take that shot. And
right, then Amari Ward comes down and steps back with a 3. And again, more 30% three-point shooting is drained too. And look at a guy like Tanche who's shooting 41% of the season. It gets a great look and he misses. 24-14, Ram lead still sitting at 10 here. Top of the key, Joe Palmer for Colorado State. Joe drives to the foul line, lip fake, nothing going on. Has to send it back out to the half-court line to Tanche. 10 on the shot clock for Colorado State. Tanche behind the right side. Now to Moores, back to John. Now to Rivera, top of the key, off-balance 3. Hits iron, nothing else. Rebound, there's Jackson. Rams are going to get another look at this. Tanche top of the key. Drives to the free throw line, fadeaway 2. In and out. The Rams can't buy a bucket. Into the front court, here comes Amari Moore. Now to Tolbert. He'll fake the three, back out to Amari Moore. Trying to drive on Rivera, sends it to the corner. Threes up and in from JT Elder. Back-to-back threes for San Jose State. Elder, that's his first three-point make of the season. And now timeout for Colorado State. Go figure. And it's 24-17. And all of a sudden, San Jose State has clawed their way back into this, scoring the last 7.
Well, in the matter of 2 shots, they almost double their production in the first 14 minutes of this ball game. So Tim Miles really going deep into that bench to get anything going. And all of a sudden, Amari Moore hits a tough step back. And then all of a sudden, another three from a guy in Elder who doesn't play a whole lot of minutes. And I'm going to be honest, did not look very good shooting that three. But, hey, it goes in one way or the other. And all of a sudden, now San Jose State builds a little bit of momentum that all of a sudden they didn't have at all here in this first half.
Waterpick is proud to present the Student Athlete of the Week award. It's presented to a student athlete at each home CSU basketball game. Waterpick, they're a Church and Dwight company and a proud corporate sponsor of CSU athletics. Rams going to come back out with Tanjay, Rivera, Stevens, Cartier, and Evans. Boy, Stevens got a pretty good breather on the bench there. And Nico Medved calling that timeout, I think, for the sole reason to get Stevens back in the contest. Isaiah at the controls out front. Stevens with a game-high 10. Drives to the foul line. Steps to the right. His floater's up and in. Give him 12.
Well, he gets that screen and then just throws that Chris Paul, like, booty into him. I don't know how else to say, but he throws his butt into that defender, keeps him on his back, and then it's just pinning him and getting to his spot off the glass. I mean, it's so good and so nice from Isaiah off that ball screen.
26-17, CSU snaps a 4.5-minute drought without a field goal. Left corner three is up. Missing there, rebound Colorado State. Stevens going to bring it into the forecourt. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Cartier's good position under low on Viola. Steps through. Double team comes by getting hammered. We get a whistle and a foul. Man, I mean, Leo Tolbert came in looking for the ball and just got a armful of Patrick Cartier.
And Cartier does a great thing there. He goes straight to the rim. Viola just kind of runs with him right under the rim, and Cartier just turns around and pins him right underneath the hoop.
Nobody moving on the inbounds for CSU. Finally have to outlet out front to Kyle Evans, the freshman. Inside 5 minutes to go in the first half, 26-17. CSU leading by 9. Here's Stevens, got to the foul line. Isaiah, fadeaway 2. Moore got a piece of it, blocked. Here comes Amari Moore in the front court. Driving left down the lane, found a trailer. Dunk for Sage Tolbert.
I did not see that coming. Where did Tolbert come from? Out of nowhere in transition. Showing his little bounce.
26-19. Rams have led by as many as 14 in this first half. Leads down here to 7. We get a foul in the front court as Stevens was knifing through the lane. It's going to be the 15th foul. Check that 16th foul. First personal foul on JT Elder. Rams are going to throw it in from the baseline. One away from the bonus. Cartier set to throw it in for CSU. Rams shooting 43% in the early going. San Jose State shooting 26%. Check that, rather 29% for San Jose State. Stevens into the paint again. Well, had a good look, threw it out to Tanjay. Great look there, though, and he cashes in for 3.
Isaiah Stevens just collapsed all 5 defenders there, as he should when he comes off of that pick and roll. Great last-second find to kick it to Tanjay on the wing.
Push the lead back up to double figures for Colorado State, 29-19. 4 minutes to go in the first. We get a foul, driving baseline, goes against CSU. 14th foul against Colorado State. Cartier picking up his first, and it sends us to the under 4 media timeout. Rams have the lead 29-19 over San Jose State. We're back after this on the Colorado State Sports Network from Learfield. Good afternoon, Mountain West Conference Hoops here for you. Great to have you on board with us. Colorado State and San Jose State. Rams coming in at 8-6, 0-1 in conference. Rams got blown out at the pit in Albuquerque on Wednesday night. Meanwhile, San Jose State, led by Tim Miles, former Ram basketball coach. Tim in his second season has the Spartans off to a 10-4 start. They're 1-0 in conference after knocking off UNLV 75-72 in overtime. They're in Northern California. I think that's a game that shocked a lot of people in the opening night of Mountain West Conference basketball. The Rams have looked like the better team here in the early going, but look, San Jose State team that's trying to keep pace here, Adam.
Yeah, they keep crawling back and answering each run that the Rams go on, and it just seems like if the Rams can continue to move that ball around, knock down some of those open threes like Tanjay just knocked down, they're going to kind of blow the doors off of this game. But if they're unable to do that, it's going to be a tight one down the stretch.
Amari Moore down the lane, missed the scoop shot, rebound offensive to Viola, and he gets the putback.
And the first second chance points of the afternoon took them 17 minutes to get, so the Rams are really working hard, doing a good job.
Well, remember we said the Rams had 7 assists and no turnovers. Pass to the left wing, gets deflected out of bounds. Well, they continue to take care of the basketball. 8 assists, 0 turnovers. So, I mean, Adam, here we are. Almost 16 and a half minutes into the game and 0 turnovers for Colorado State.
And that's what San Jose State doesn't do. They pack it in. They're going to let you move the ball around, but they're going to make it really hard at the rim, just like we see there.
Boy, Evans tried to lay it up, and Viola got the block. Pull up three the other way. Cardenas halfway down, popped back out. Rebound to Evans.
Yeah, Evans has got to be a lot stronger there, finishing at the rim.
Tanjay in the right wing. He's getting hounded there by Tolbert. Then we get a whistle and a foul. Driving to the lane, Tanjay got run into by Tolbert. Tolbert to the hardwood, but he'll get ticketed with it. 17th foul, first on Tolbert. I checked that rather second on Tolbert, but does get the Rams to the bonus. John Tanjay will stride to the free throw line. Evans to the bench for CSU. And James Moore's a 6'10" junior back in the game for CSU. 3:01 to go in the first, 29-21 CSU. Had the lead as high as 14 today. First free throw by Tanjay, it's up and good. Boy, CSU has gone out some long droughts without a field goal, and they went 4.5 minutes earlier in this half. They're now at 3.5 minutes without a field goal here. 2 separate streaks. Second free throw good.
Yeah, they've been great shots. I mean, what do you say as a coach when you're getting wide open threes and layups at the rim? You just got to find ways to convert those opportunities.
The ball got deflected in the front court, went off a Ram leg, and Tanjay diving out of bounds, trying to save it. Wasn't able to do it. Stays with San Jose State.
Well, I think his teammates came over and were wondering why he dove after that ball. I believe it went off the 2 San Jose State players as they were going through the ball screen action, and Mari kind of dribbled it off his foot. I was wondering the same thing. Like, you don't got to dive for that, man. Save the rug burn.
Yeah, and I think he touched it right before it went out of bounds. You may be right there, Adam. I didn't get a good look at it, but that certainly is possible. Amari Moore in the left wing. Top of the key to Cardenas. Back to Amari Moore. He's had the hot hand with 8 here in the contest for San Jose State. Pass to the left wing, got deflected out of bounds baseline. Stays with San Jose State. 6 seconds on the shot clock for the Spartans. 2:37 to go in the first. And the Rams have the lead back up to double figures, sitting at 10, 31-21. Cardenas trying to get it in. Left corner 3 is up, and it's good. It's Gorner, his second triple.
And the plays don't stay the same. I mean, baseline X out of bounds. I know that play when Miles called it when I played, and there he called that for me, get a wide open 3, and that's a tough shot to go down. Now all the momentum again with San Jose.
Pass to the low block. Trying to get it to Cartier. The 7-footer Diallo knocked it away, but got caught going through the body there of Cartier. Had him hooked around the waist as well. Davy Jackson back in the game. And Davy now going to come back to the scorers tables, trying to come in for Cartier, but Cartier is the shooter here. 8th team foul. And the Rams have another one of the bonus here. Free throw by Cartier is up, and it's good. Cartier coming off a 16-point effort on Wednesday night down at the pit in Albuquerque. Boy, Rams just ran into a buzzsaw on Wednesday. That place was as rabid as I've heard it. And I don't know, I mean, at least a decade. I mean, I've been going to the pit for well over a decade, and I'm not sure if I ever heard it as loud as it was on Wednesday night. Second free throw by Cartier is good. He got them both. Patrick coming to the bench. And a New Mexico team that knocked down 15 threes in the game inexplicably. I mean, that's not what they do. Here's Cardenas going to fire a three, and he hits. Fifth made three of the game for San Jose.
Well, it's what you want to do to the guy. You make him take a dribble and think twice about the shot, but Cardenas staying in that one long, holding that follow through.
33-27. And we get a foul away from the basketball against San Jose State. More free throws upcoming for CSU. So look at Gorner on that, his first personal. And 19th foul. So Stevens will go to the free throw line. That's good news. Isaiah with a quick 12 in this contest to go along with 3 assists. Comes in averaging 17 points, 6 assists in the season. And the first one for Isaiah is up and good. He has been terrific here in the early going. And, you know, Adam, I mean, if you, coming into the gym tonight, if somebody was asking you, how do you think Isaiah is going to play? I would have said he's going to be the best player on the floor today, just based on what happened the last 2 games.
Yeah, you knew he was going to come out and have a response. He is his own worst enemy with the way he demands the greatness of himself. So you knew he was going to bounce back. It's just the way that he's getting some of these shots. It's the impressive part.
Stevens got both free throws to go. Rams up by 8. Amari Moore in the right wing.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's been there all game long, too.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, Winston-Stead, that happened right in front of us. A little hand check against Davey Jackson on Amari Moore. And, you know, Nico Medved grousing to Winston-Stead a little bit.
Oh, the foul count. That's what it is.
Well, Winston looked over to Nico and said, he did it twice, meaning he let the first one go. And once he did it again, he wasn't going to let that go. That's fair. Here's Moore on the right side. Yeah, foul count now is 9-5, though. It was 9-4, but then before that one, step back 3, Moore, yep, got another. I mean, Moore came in, a terrific player, but just 30% from deep on the season. And he's 3 for 3 this afternoon.
And they're all step back, kind of off the dribble threes, which make them even more impressive. So the Rams doing a good job defensively, just making some tough threes.
Rams going up against the 1-3-1 zone for the 4th or 5th possession today. Short corner left, Tanjay, mid-range 2 up. That's well short. Rebound to Omari Moore. Inside a minute to go here in the first half. San Jose State has a 14-point deficit down to just 5. Make it 2. Moore hits another 3. That dude is on fire, and it's 35-33.
Well, and it's time to change up your ball screen defense. It's you got to trail everything, and I think you got to trap Omari Moore now. I mean, you got to take the ball out of his hands.
Moore with 14 points in the game. Again, 4 of 4 from deep. 20 seconds to go here in the first half, and Gorner out front trying to hound Isaiah Stevens. And, boy, that's not a smart foul.
What are you doing?
I mean, sophomore out of Turkey fouled the best free throw shooter in the Mountain West Conference last year.
Well, and he came up to Isaiah like they had a foul to give. I mean, it wasn't like he was hiding the way he was aggressively trying to get after that basketball. So just a really confusing time to make that foul 30 feet from the basket against one of the best free throw shooters in the conference.
So Stevens going to head to the free throw line, double bonus now. So Isaiah's going to get 2. First one's up and splashes it home, no problem. Heb going to check in for Jackson in that Ram lineup. 36-33. Colorado State leading by 3. They led the entire way. Rams opened up with a 5-0 lead and haven't looked back, but boy, this is a San Jose State team that has been surging of late. Second free throw, no good. Rebound to San Jose State. Shot clock is off. 10 seconds to go here in the first half. Moore top of the key. Sends it out to Gorner. Top of the key. Left wing. Cardenas. He walked with the basketball. 3.7 seconds to go. Rams are going to take it in. Far sideline. Have a chance to get a decent look here. Inbounds to Stevens. Racing forecourt. Stevens on the right wing. All the way into the paint. Floater up. Air ball. It's a Ram basketball team that closes out the first half without a field goal in the final 4 minutes and 9 seconds. The good news is they still have the lead. After 20 minutes here on this Saturday afternoon, Brian Roth, Adam Nygaard with you. 36-33, Colorado State with the advantage. And the second half underway. San Jose State coming out in black uniforms. They have the blue numbers. Meanwhile, home whites here for Colorado State in the conference home opener. And the Spartans with the basketball to open up here in the second half. Mari Moore, who had the 14 of the first half, back cutting in the lane, got a pass in, missed the layup, but throw down dunk. I believe that was Tolbert.
And Stevens all there on that back cut, and the ball actually goes in between his legs and somehow gets to Cardenas. Pretty good defense there on that back cut we were talking about in the first half.
Cartier has on the inside for the Rams, trying to find a cutter Moores. It was deflected away, out to Tanjay. It's a good look at three. Misfires, and the rebound to San Jose State. 36-35. San Jose State has not led in the game tonight. Left wing, Anderson for three. Missed it. Rebound Stevens. Isaiah front court, got it to Tanjay. Looking to drive on Cardenas. Now going to back his way down. Tanjay with the few inch advantage there and a good feed underneath to Cartier. Lays it in.
Nice job cutting without the ball there. You get Cartier just leaking to the rim, and I wasn't sure John was going to see him, but last second just drops it off to Cartier.
18:40 to go here in the second half of play. 38-35. Rams leading by 3. Large lead has been 14 today for CSU. Moore in the left wing. Top of the key. Snaps pass to Cardenas. Hands off out front to Tolbert. Tolbert gives it to Moore. Slicing right down the lane. Off balance shot. Off the window and good. Man, he has 16.
I can't believe he even got that towards the rim. Falling away from the basket. Tough finish.
38-37 against San Jose State, back within a point. Here's Cartier, has it on the inside, backing his way down against the 7-footer. Tried to turn around to jump hook and knocked away.
That's just too soft there against a big defender like Diallo. You got to give him a little more than that.
Cardenas down the lane, spinning, missed it, but the putback dunk from Ibrahima Diallo. And just like that, San Jose State has their first lead of the afternoon.
And all of a sudden, everything at the rim for San Jose State. And you just throw it up there, and like you've been doing all year, offensive rebound. Get yourself back in this ball game.
39-38. Spartans with the advantage. Moore's driving down the lane. He gets his shot blocked. And loose ball picked up by Amari Moore. It's not a great start out of the gates here for CSU. Moore top of the key. Sends it Cardenas on the right wing. He'll fake the three. Hands off on the right side to Sage Tolbert. Drives on Cartier into the paint. His runner is up and good. And that's not a shot you're upset to give up right there. And Tolbert somehow gets it to go.
And that's just it. You get the momentum, you get some confidence, and you start throwing a couple of crappy shots in. And all of a sudden the Rams really better find a basket here.
I mean, Tolbert's moving to his left and shooting back with his right hand. Three tries. Rivera cashes in on the left wing. A much-needed three after a 6-0 run for San Jose State. And we're all even at 41 apiece.
Nice weak side screen there. I think John Tanjay gets a piece of Rivera's defender and gets him a great look.
Cardenas has it on the right wing. Lobs it right of the lane to Diallo, the 7-footer. Wants to drive there on Moore's. Double team comes through it away. Into the paint came to James. Forecourt. Here comes Tanjay. Left wing. Tanjay driving right down the paint. Got bumped. Whistle. Foul. So go against San Jose State. And Trey Anderson, a junior out of San Diego. That was on the floor, so no free throws here for Colorado State. Rams are going to trigger it in the baseline as Tim Miles going to go to his bench. Robert Viola, the 6'8" sophomore, transfer from Fresno State, checks in. And Tibet Gorner, transfer from Arizona, will also check in. Here's a three by Stevens. In and out. Rebound tipped out. Came to Moores. Hands to Tanjay. Starts left down the lane, but peels off to the left wing. Rams going their offensive set. Boy, Cardenas all over Rivera. That's an easy call. It's a foul against Alvaro Cardenas. Boy, he came out with some aggression there on Rivera. I'm surprised he didn't get called initially with it.
Nice job there. Joe Palmer just tipping that ball out after a great look from Isaiah Stevens. Palmer going 1-on-3 to tip that ball out and at least get you an extra opportunity here.
Well, San Jose State came out, got a couple of dunks, and got a little energy. And Nico Medved going to his bench. You check in Joe Palmer, trying to match some of that energy, and gives you a hustle play right out of the gates in the first seconds that he's in there.
Man, every time Joe Palmer checks into the game, he's right in the thick of everything, and just those hustle, hard-working type plays will get you minutes.
Rams will trigger it in. There's Stevens, dumps it down low to Moores. He'll lay it in. Isaiah with his 5th assist of the afternoon.
It's twice now they've been able to get a great look inside in the paint, and then an even better one at the dump down for one of the big men down low, this time James Moores.
Raiola high on the left side, lead back to Colorado State, 43-41, 15:45 to go, down low. Viola had a shot blocked. Rebound picked up by CSU. Here comes Isaiah, forecourt for the Rams. Top of the key, hesitates, drives left down the lane, underneath the rim, lays it up, missed it, he was fouled.
Boy, just gets to his spot and just feels Tolbert leaning one way, pins him against him underneath the basket. That's a foul and one. I think Isaiah really should have made that layup. It's that good of a look.
That just did fall away, and it brings us to a media timeout. 15:35 to go. We're in the second half of play. Little mini run by San Jose State, 8-2 to open up the second half. Rams have countered with 5 straight of their own. It's 43-41. CSU with the advantage at the Colorado State Sports Network from Learfield. .35 remaining here in the contest. We bring back inside Moby Arena. Colorado State leading San Jose State 43-41. Well, Crazy Carl's is a proud partner of Colorado State Athletics with their award-winning pizza, jumbo wings, fresh salads, huge grinder sandwiches, and cold beer. And, of course, you can always catch your CSU Rams on one of their 12 big-screen TVs. Crazy Carl's, a family-owned pizza restaurant and sports bar with locations in Fort Collins and in Loveland. Back with Adam Nigon, Brian Roth with you. San Jose State, a team that looked like they might come in and get blown out, which has kind of been par for the course over the last decade since they've joined them out west, at least when it comes to Colorado State. But hey, give the Spartans credit. They got down by 14 in this game and came back, took their first lead a moment ago.
And just grinding it out, really, and playing defense and really frustrating CSU and disrupting their rhythm with throwing that 1-3-1 zone at them and really kind of changing the pace of this ball game. But look at some of these numbers. 6 points in the paint in the first 4.5 minutes for San Jose State. They had 6 total in the whole first half alone. So making a conscious effort to really attack the rim and go inside, and it's really worked well for them here starting the first half.
Yeah, a couple of dunks as well. Both free throws good from Isaiah Stevens. Rams down a 7-0 run down the lane. Omari Moore got to the rim, and it just got crushed by Isaiah Rivera. First team foul against CSU, and Moore going to go to the free throw line.
And Omari Moore is so long. You see him there. He gets by Tanjay with one dribble, but doesn't even need to take another dribble. Just 2 long steps, and he's at the rim, and just too little too late from that help side defense from Rivera.
First free throw by Omari Moore is up, and it's good. Moore with 17 in the contest to go along with 5 rebounds. Mentioned he had a triple-double against New Mexico last year, and he just does it all. I mean, here's a kid playing in his 97th career game. He has started 85 of those. and has been a all-conference type player here this season.
Well, nothing flashy about him. He just kind of puts his head down and goes to work. It's kind of what you like about the guy.
Stevens has in the forecourt after Moore got both free throws to go, 45-43. Colorado State with the lead. Stevens trying to work against Cardenas on the inside, and Cardenas finally gets called with a foul. Well, Isaiah's had his way today with the San Jose State defense. 17 points, 5 assists for Isaiah. Rams are going to trigger it in from the baseline. 14th foul against San Jose State. Cardenas has 3. Here's Stevens, drives right, kick to the corner, Rivera. A little step back working against Cardenas. Sends it back out front, though. Tanjay, top of the key. 5 on the shot clock. Tanjay out front, step back, launches up a 3, and partially blocked. And it came to San Jose State. Cardenas forecourt here for the Spartans with the dribble out front, crossing over, kick to the corner, Gorner 3, good. His 3rd triple of the contest. He had 3 triples against UNLV on Wednesday.
Gorner's a guy who started this year starting most games. I believe he started 6 of the first 7 games, and then all of a sudden gets in a little trouble in the doghouse with coach, but now all of a sudden working himself off the bench, and big part of why they're in this ballgame this afternoon.
Tanjay down the lane, tough shot there, missed it. Evans had a chance at the rebound, couldn't secure it. Maury Moore in the forecourt. 46-45, step back 3, well off. Not a great look there, and the rebound to Evans. Rams with the basketball down by a point here, 14 minutes to go in the second half. Palmer driving right in the lane. His floater's up and in.
And that's nice, but we need to get some stops. You cannot continue to let San Jose State hang around in this ballgame. You've got to put your line in the sand.
Colorado State back in front, 47-46. 4th lead change this afternoon. And all those lead changes have come within the last couple minutes. Down low, Tolbert lost it, it was loose on the floor, came to CSU. Tanjay able to corral it, forecourt, here's Rivera. Fakes the transition 3, now steps back for the 3. No good. Rebound to San Jose State.
And I just thought Rivera had a chance to get that back to Stevens, who had his feet set. Instead, Rivera kind of settling for that step-back jumper.
San Jose State into the front court. Spartan team coming in at 10-4 in the season. Moore launches up a 3, missed it short. Rebound CSU. Wade Moore started 4 of 4 from beyond the arc. All of a sudden has missed his last 3 3-point attempts. Rams with the basketball up by 1. High post. Evans looking for someone to hand off to. Does to Stevens finally. Isaiah has it up between the rings. Skip pass to the right corner. Tanjay, great look. Missed it. Rebound to San Jose State. Spartans in the front court. Here's Tolbert, the Temple transfer. Nowhere to go against Rivera. Back out front to the guard, Cardenas. Cardenas going to get a 3 up, and he knocks it home.
Well, and credit San Jose State. They've really attacked the Rams, who are continuing to go under ball screens. And San Jose State, doesn't matter if Amari Moore or Cardenas, they're stepping in there, and they're going to knock down it if you go under that screen.
Palmer trying to answer with a 3. Air ball goes out of bounds. Stop clock with 2:11 to go here in the second half. 49-47. San Jose State has hit 10 threes in the contest. We still have 12-10 to go in the game. And Adam, of course, this is a CSU team coming off a game in which they gave up 15 made threes at the pit on Wednesday.
And we just look uninterested right now. I mean, after that whistle, everybody thought it was a timeout, holding their heads down, walking to the bench. I mean, you got 5 fans clapping in this entire gym right now, so got to find a way to build some energy and some hustle plays for sure.
49-47, San Jose State with the lead. Inside 12 minutes to go in the second. Corner, another 3 from the corner. Yep. 11th three-point shot made here this afternoon for the Spartans. 52-47. All of a sudden the Rams down by 5. And you're right, Adam. A tepid energy source out there for the Rams, but a good backdoor cut from Davy Jackson. He gets the layup to go, give the assist to Heb.
And it's not going to start on offensive end. You've got to find a way to get some stops, and in particular, get a couple of misses from deep.
52-49. Spartans with the basketball leading. Amari Moore controls high left, drives right, got down the lane to the rim, scoops it up and in for 2.
And you see on the drive, Amari Moore just steps his shoulder right into James Moore's.
And an over and back call against Colorado State. Jackson was bringing it up the court and nonchalantly threw it right back to Stevens. Jackson had just crossed the half-court line. Stevens had not crossed it yet, and that is an unforced error for Colorado State. Man, that's the first turnover, by the way, of the game for Colorado State. We have a timeout. Rams in a dogfight against upstart San Jose State. 11:05 to go. We're in the second. Spartans leading 54-49 on the Colorado State Sports Network from Learfield. .05 remaining here in the second half of play. Mountain West Conference home opener for CSU. Got to a 14-point lead all of a sudden. Well, San Jose State has come back, taking the lead for the first time here in the second half with the Spartans lead 54-49. Colorado State basketball presented by Camas Credit Union. They're proud to be the official credit union of the CSU Rams. Visit them at their CSU branch located at the Laurean Student Center on campus. To open up an account, or you can visit them at canvas.org/CSU. Well, San Jose State basketball after the turnover by Colorado State. Top of the key corner, catch and shoot three, missed one. Rebound to CSU. Front court, here comes Tavy Jackson for Colorado State. See if the Rams can get the energy back up, get the crowd involved here a little bit. Right corner, here's Palmer, catch and shoot three, short. Rebound to San Jose State. Colorado State in the contest, now 5 of 18. They have been dreadful from three-point range in the last 3 games, which is surprising. They were a 40% team before that. Driving right in the lane, corner, he missed the layup. He wanted the foul, didn't get the call. Loose ball collected by Colorado State. Rams have it in the front court. Isaiah Stevens on the right side, drives inside, nowhere to go, tries again. Oh, beautiful feed to Moores, who will lay it in.
And that's what we saw so much of in the early in that first half, able to use that ball screen, pin his defender, and go to work and get a layup. But really, it seems like the first time in this second half they've been able to get that action. And what do you know? A wide open layup for Moores.
54-51, Rams down by 3. Amari Moore in the left wing, trying to drive against Jackson, cut off there. Moore going to size him up again, drives left down the lane, whistle, foul. Both players to the hardwood. That'll be on the floor, just the second team foul, the second half against Colorado State.
Tavy's got to be careful there. He's already beat Amari to the spot. He's just got to chest him up, but instead kind of does that freshman reach.
Right, again, this is a player in Tavy Jackson that has not played in 3 weeks. To go back to December the 11th against Peru State, the last time Jackson has played. And again, played in the first 11 games for the Rams, making 2 starts. Amari Moore tried to drive right in the lane, nothing going. Top of the key to Anderson, right down the lane, he threw it away. Well, Anderson looked like he had a clear shot to the rim. Little floater there from about 5 feet. And that's what the 7-footer Diallo thought too, turned his basket to look for the rebound, and that's when Anderson passed it to him.
Yeah, an absolutely terrible closeout from Patrick Cartier, who just gets blown by, and you're right. He really had a layup if he just goes up and scores it, but instead tries dumping that down to Diallo.
9:21 to go in the second. Rams trail 54-51. Stevens on the right side, drives inside the paint, lift fake, trying to step through, got hit in the eye, there's no call. Back cutter, Cartier lays it up and in. 54-53.
Great recognition, weak side as his defender gets caught watching the ball. Cartier just takes off towards the rim.
7th assist of the afternoon for Isaiah Stevens to go along with 17 points. Rams back within a point here. 9 minutes exactly to go in the second. Diallo, the 7-footer out front, hands off to Amari Moore. Moore with a game-high 20 this afternoon. Now the 7-footer Diallo, nothing working. Gorner, left baseline, picked up the bounce, sees in a bit of trouble, steps through, blocked there by Moores. And it goes out of bounds, stays with San Jose State, 5 on the shot clock.
Hey, screener!
And you think these coaching staffs know each other? You hear the Rams bench just calling out every single play.
Yelling, screen the screener. And here's the screen on the screener. They got it to Gorner, missed it. But it's exactly the way the Rams bench called it out. Ball will get ricocheted out of bounds. And Nico Medved barking at some of his assistant coaches there, going up and down the line. He's frustrated, but they knew exactly what was going to happen. Gorner set the screen, then they screened for him. They scored on that on an out-of-bounds play earlier today, Adam.
That's exactly right. The first one on the out of the second half there, and Tolbert sets an absolute wall of a screen there on Tavy Jackson.
Here's Stevens working in the front court, got it to Cartier, lays it up and in. Another dime for Isaiah Stevens.
And at this point, just spread everybody out. Go give Isaiah a ball screen and just let him go to work one-on-one inside.
Laid back to Colorado State, 5th lead change of the afternoon. 8:10 to go, 55-54. Moore down the lane, he threw it out of bounds. Ram basketball with 8:06 to go.
And again, another just pass and catch situation that the Rams aren't really taking it. Are actually getting beat defensively, but somehow, some way, San Jose State unable to corral some of those inside handoffs, and luckily for us, not turning into points.
CSU in a 6-0 run. Tanjay penetrates left, spins right, pull up 2, no good. Been a tough shooting afternoon for John Tanjay, now 2 of 12. 55-54, Rams by a point. Forward court, here comes San Jose State. The left wing, it's Tolbert. Top of the key, it goes to Moore. Back to Tolbert, high on the left side. Viola, the post player, ahead of the key. And a foul on Cartier. 13 foul, second personal against Cartier. And we have a timeout. 7:30 to go, we're in the second. Rams holding on to a 1-point lead over San Jose State. It's 55-54 on the Colorado State Sports Network from Learfield. Back here in Fort Collins, 7:30 to go. We're in the second half. This is one that just had that feeling going down to the wire. 55-54 Rams and the Spartans of San Jose State. Today's game brought to you by the doctors at Orthopedic and Spine Center. The Rockies are the team physicians for Colorado State University. They get athletes back in action quickly. Learn more at orthohealth.com. And Wagner Rents is a proud sponsor of CSU Athletics. The Rams are powered by Wagner Rents. Well, Adam Nygon, this is a Ram basketball team in a dogfight here. And Isaiah Stevens seems to be the go-to guy offensively here in the second half.
Well, you've got to just spread out, give him a ball screen, and let him play that two-man game, because every time this afternoon they've gotten a layup or a free throw out of it.
Spartan basketball at the timeout. Moore driving right down the lane. Euro step floater. Missed it. Rebound tipped forward by the Spartans, but a whistle and a foul. Goes against Colorado State. John Tange shoved one of the Spartans in the paint. 14th foul against CSU. First on Tange.
Pretty good foul there as Viola underneath. Probably going to have an easy putback layup.
Inbounds Moore, top of the key. Drives on Hebb. Got shut down. Cardenas head of the key. Back to Moore. Right side back to Cardenas head of the key. He's a shifty guard for the Spartans. Sends it all the way back out. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Moore. Top of the key. Pick and roll Viola. He was blocked at the rim. Loose ball picked up by the Spartans. Is it going to be a shot clock violation or did it hit the rim? Shot clock expired. Tim Miles pointing to the rim saying, hey, that hit the rim. It hit the rim.
Rivera's walking over to the other end of the court like, you must be kidding. I mean, he flew all the way from the opposite corner to go up and block Viola as he looked like he had the easiest layup of his afternoon.
Right, we're looking at the, we don't have a monitor in front of us, but we're looking up to the video board and there's no replay. I would love to see that replay. And unfortunately, we're not going to get it. 55-54, Rams down by a point. The officials are over on press row here taking a look at the replay. They're getting a look at it, and we'll get the call here in a second. If it didn't touch the rim, it'll be Ram basketball. If it did, who came up with that ball? I think San Jose came up with the ball, so I guess they would get 20 seconds on the shot clock and throw it in sideline left. 7:03 to go. 55-54, Rams up by 1. CSU in the midst of a 6-0 run here. San Jose State has not scored in the last 3:42.
And it's just been one of those things where every time the Rams have had a chance to kind of corral this game and grab it by the horns, it just seems like they're unable to take advantage of these lulls in scoring from the Spartans. And all of a sudden right there, the Spartans again, they're using this ball screen, Amarian ball screen and roll, and they're getting a lot of action at the rim. So the Rams got to continue to push guys out of the way and fight inside to not give up a single inch down low.
I continue to take a look at this as Winston Stith, our head referee this afternoon, and Dorian Gottschall, both at the scorer's table, taking a peek here at this one. Again, 7:03 to go. We're in the second half, and Colorado State leading San Jose State 55-54. Other games around the Mountain West Conference. Go ahead, Adam.
Well, it's just one of those plays where the Rams are going to grab all the momentum, and then you just completely grind to a halt with a 3-4 minute official review, and you know that can't help but pay dividends for the Spartans as they're on the road here, as the Rams trying to get some momentum building with this crowd that's just been really sitting on their hands most of the afternoon.
Yeah, crowd dying to kind of get in this contest. Scores from around the Mountain West Conference. Wyoming leading New Mexico 43-41. 15 minutes to go in the second half of that game. And then San Diego State continues to lead UNLV 44-36. And again, 16 minutes to go in that one. And then how about the Fiesta Bowl in Glendale, Arizona? It's TCU leading Michigan 21-3. 1:46 to go in the first half there. Semifinal number 1. As Georgia and Ohio State kick it off later tonight from Atlanta in semifinal number 2.
How about TCU telling everybody they belong in that Final Four? I love it.
19 and on the side.
Okay, well, we just heard through our crowd mic there that Dorian Gottschall telling Nico Medved the ball did hit the rim. So 19 on the shot clock, and it'll be Spartan basketball sideline right. Here we go, 7:03 to go. Second half, Rams up by 1. Spartans with the basketball. Cardenas sends it to Moore. Free throw line, kicked out to Cardenas. That's a 3, well short. Rebound, out of bounds. CSU basketball.
All right, well, thankfully you saved a layup at the block with Rivera at the rim, and don't give up any points on that extra possession.
So the scoring drought for San Jose State now. Well over 4 minutes. Colorado State's got to take advantage. 6-0 run here for CSU over the last 3.5. Cartier down low, lays it up and in.
And how many times have they burned the Spartans on just a quick top-down screen where they take it all the way to the rim and actually look at the cutter? They've had so many layups.
57-54. Rams back up by 3. It's an 8-0 run. 6:22 to go. Cardenas driving right in the paint, trying to step through as he picked up his dribble. Out front it goes to Amari Moore. As the 20 today, down the lane, scoops it up and in. Has those long legs, the long arms, and 2 big steps, and swooped in with that right hand.
He did just kind of scoop that up and under, and a little flick with a little English and get you that friendly bounce.
Here's Stevens, head of the key, a triple short. Rebound San Jose State. Spartans with the basketball down by 1, inside 6 to go in the second.
You like that shot from Stevens, but it's a quick possession, quick shot. So all of a sudden now you get to get grinded up by San Jose State's long, slow offense.
Trey Anderson, top of the key, got it down low in the paint. Right, Tolbert lost it, got it back, sends it out. Missing the 3 was Moore, and then a foul on the rebound as Viola got it, and Stevens tried to swipe the ball away from him. Smacked him on the arm. In fact, they'll get Baylor Hebb. Stevens was in the vicinity too. Hebb will get called with a personal foul. And Viola going to go to the free throw line. He's going to get 2. A 58% free throw shooter is the Fresno State transfer. He eyes the first, and no problem, swished it in. Moores will check in for Cartier. 57-57. Viola just his 3rd point to the afternoon, his 6 rebounds. Kid who played sparingly last year for Fresno State. They get a lane violation against San Jose State, I believe. Yeah, indeed. Boy, a couple players went in there, Tolbert and Moores, and I think Tolbert's foot hit just about a half second before Moores did, and that goes against San Jose State, so no second free throw, and we remain tied.
And Tolbert, guy who plays with Viola every day and sees him shoot free throws, he's got to know he takes his time getting up into that shot.
57-57, 5:18 to go in the second half of play. Stevens driving right, down the paint, ball got knocked away, came to Hebb underneath, lays it up, he got blocked. Blocked from behind, loose ball picked up by Tolbert. Outlet to Omari Moore. Crosses the timeline. Moore out front, drives right down the lane. Good feed to Viola, lays it in with the left hand, and the lead back to San Jose.
Well, it's that nasty cross and then around the back the other way that really kind of threw Baylor Hebb into the spin cycle and really put your defense in a tough spot on the roll.
59-57, San Jose State with the advantage. Tanjay has it top of the key. Now to Moores out front. And we get a whistle and an offensive foul against CSU as Hebb just got crushed to the floor. Hebb is still on the ground, and unless he was moving, I mean, maybe a smidge, but boy, that's a tough one to take for CSU. 59-57, San Jose State gets the basketball back. They have the lead, 4:30 to go in the second. Mari Moore top of the key, got to contain him. Now to Sage Tolbert for 3, and he hits.
And Baylor Hebb should have came out of that ball game. He's catching his breath the whole defensive possession, sprinting around in help, and then all of a sudden his man gets the ball and he's nowhere to be found.
62-57, just like that, the lead has vaulted back here to San Jose State. 4 minutes to go in the second. Tanjay right in the lane, kicked out. Here's Rivera, fakes the 3. Now to Hebb. Rams are reluctant to pull the trigger here. Rivera off balance jumper out of the key. It's not there, and rebound to San Jose State. Man,
it's just too much indecision.
Yeah.
Rivera had a chance earlier to go up and shoot the ball, but instead he's thinking too much and forced himself into taking the harder shot second time around.
Down the lane, dunk. San Jose State, Sage Tolbert, timeout by San Jose State. And man, this thing is turned on a dime, and just like that, Spartans have their largest lead of the afternoon, 64-57, with 3:33 to go in the second half of play. With that, we'll step aside. Rams better pull it together, in jeopardy of losing to the Spartans for the first time ever. We're back after this on the Colorado State Sports Network from Learfield. Well, Ram fans, don't forget, coming to CSU in the summer of 2023, it's the Temple Grandin Project, documentary film about world-renowned animal sciences faculty member and autism advocate, Dr. Temple Grandin. Join us next summer to learn about her past, her present, and her hope for the future. Well, a 10-zip run here for San Jose State over the last 2:38, and man, they have taken control of this basketball game 64-57. Spartans with the lead. 3:33 to go, and it'll be Ram basketball. And man, you take an off-balance jumper on one end and then just give up a dunk on the other, Adam.
Well, it's just a bad, unfortunate series of events, and you look at all of a sudden those offensive rebounds really starting to mount for the Rams, as only gave up 4 in the first half, but now all of a sudden you've given up 6 and you still have 3.5 to go.
Rams into the front court. Really feels like a must-score possession here for Colorado State. Rivera top of the key, hands off to Cartier, right back to Rivera, got bumped, whistle foul against Anderson, 15 foul against San Jose State, and that's going to bring us right to another media timeout, which we will take. 3:21 left, 64-57 Spartans, the Colorado State Sports Network from Learfield. Three minutes, 21 seconds left here as we bring you back inside Moby Arena, the home conference opener for Colorado State. As Tim Miles and the San Jose State Spartans coming into town. And they have never defeated CSU. They're 0-23. Rams won the only meeting last year, 78-42. Decisive win in San Jose. Spartans didn't come here last year. But Colorado State in a bit of trouble here this afternoon. 64-57, a 10-0 run by the Spartans. And San Jose has the 7-point advantage. The 7-point lead is their largest of the game. Rams come back out with Hebb, Rivera, Tanjay, Cartier, and Stevens. Isaiah snaps a pass in, top of the key to Tanjay, drives right down the lane, lays it up and in.
That's a great set out of the timeout. You get Tanjay coming off a ball screen from Stevens. Everybody thinks Stevens is going to get that ball, and Tanjay just takes that quick hesitation and goes right to the rim.
64-59, Rams down by 5. Got to string together some defensive stops here. Ryle, the big man, sends it left wing. Tolbert started a baseline drive, got canceled there. Going to bring it back out. Here's Amari Moore. Top of the key, sent it to Tolbert, contested 3. Air ball came to Viola underneath, put back up and in. You've got to be kidding.
That's a big boy down there, and just refusing to get moved out of the way a little bit at all. Just keeps himself in the right spot. Fortunate for the Rams, it just doesn't hit any part of the rim and falls right to him.
Stevens a 3. Much needed one at that. 66-62. Rams down by 4. Moby Crabbe starting to come to life a little bit. 2:19 to go. Top of the key, Tolbert. Hands off to Moore, head of the key. Back to Tolbert, this time left wing, working against Baylor Hebb. Backing his way down, picked up the bounce, sent it out to the half-court stripe. This is Moore, sizing up Cartier, crosses over, spins left, got down the lane, scoops it up and in. Man, was that pretty.
It's tough. I mean, puts Cartier in a blender, and he actually does a pretty good job initially, but you're right, he's just so long and athletic to go to that left hand.
Another 3, Stevens, not this time. Rebound, Spartans. 68-62, Rams down by 6 here, $1:40 to go in the game. Mari Moore with 24, it's a game high. Tolbert on the right wing, he has 11. It's the only two Spartans in double figures. I should say Gorner in double figures as well. Those are the three. 8 on the shot clock. Here's Moore, top of the key. Deep three. Good.
And he's just feeling himself.
71-62.
I mean, that's a guy who's coming out feeling himself, and after he just mixed you up to the rim, he's just dicing you up, walking into a three.
Here's Rivera against the 1-3-1 zone. Misses the three. Rebound San Jose State. And 60 seconds to go. Rams in big time trouble, down by 9. Colorado State's going to elect a foul here. Trying to get it out of the hands of Moore, but he's going to have the foul out front. 51.4 seconds to go. Moore has 27. That last three was a tough one. And a dagger at that.
They've all been pretty tough. I mean, I'm trying to think of a wide open look that Moore's had tonight, but really everything has been pretty contested. I mean, you've gone under some ball screens because he only shoots 30% from the field, so what are you going to do? You got to pick your poison against one of the best players in the league, and hey, sometimes they just knock down shots.
27 for Amari Moore, has 5 threes here in the contest. Moore came into the game through the entire non-conference with just 18. I shouldn't say just non-conference because he played a conference game, but through the first 14 games, he had 18 made threes. And Amari Moore has 5 tonight, and I give him a lot of credit. I mean, he's a really good player. I certainly don't expect him to do that, but man, he has done it. 27 for Moore, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. He's been the best player on the floor today.
And he's doing what your best player needs to do on the road. Step up in big moments and big opportunities of the ball game, and none other than the last few possessions as he's kind of getting to the rim at will, and then all of a sudden a guy who's just feeling so good at what he's doing offensively walks right into a three and hits a dagger three to where then the Rams come down the next 2 possessions and force 2 real desperation type threes from Rivera and Stevens, and this takes the wind out of all your sails here at home.
Boy, that it does. Season high for Amari Moore, 24, had it at Santa Clara. Yeah, the most threes he's ever hit in a game, 3 here this season.
I'd be willing to bet that's his career high in threes. If he's a 30% shooter, I don't know if there's many games like this of that many threes.
51.4 seconds to go. Rams down 71-62. Amari Moore going to go to the free throw line. This is 1 in the bonus. Moore on the season, 71%, but there's no way he's missing this. 28 for Moore as he splashes the first one in.
And San Jose State's putting the league on notice. If they didn't the other night against UNLV, you go on the road and beat a team like CSU. I mean, so much for scaring anybody this year. I mean, you're not surprising anybody going in and playing San Jose State.
73-62. Both free throws are good. Runner on the other end by Stevens. Missed it. Rebound to Heb. He was fouled by Moore, and he'll have free throws. Stops clock with 40.9 seconds to go. And the Rams down by 11. Man, it looked like Colorado State had complete control of this game early, up 24-10. And it looked like the world was right when these two teams play basketball. I mean, CSU's been dominant, and not just dominant in wins and losses, going 23-0. A lot of those games haven't even been close. But this is a different San Jose State basketball team, to your point, Adam, and credit Tim Miles. And Amari Moore, a kid that's been there for 3 years, trying to turn this program around with the worst facilities in the Mountain West Conference, and Tim knew the job he had there. But, man, he hasn't playing well right now. First free throw. A good second free throw is good. 73-63. And the Rams looking for foul on the inbounds, and the whistle blows. Davy Jackson gets called with a personal foul, 18 foul. 2 teams led to the other end of the floor. Free throws here for San Jose State. 73-63. Rams down by 10, 40.3 seconds to go. This will be San Jose State's best win of the season. One at Santa Clara as well. That is right there neck and neck, but this is a conference game. But this is the biggest win for Tim Miles in his time at San Jose State. Obviously, they got a victory last week, or I should say last year against New Mexico in a 1-17 Mountain West Conference slate. And the win against UNLV was big as well, but to come on the road,
oh my
here at Colorado State, a place where Tim's coached for 5 years. I don't think there's any question this is the biggest win for him so far.
Well, and I'd be interested to talk to the SID of San Jose State. Let's talk about some of the biggest wins in the last 20 years for this program. I mean, there have really not been a lot of prideful wins and moments in this basketball program. So you talk about a guy who's really changed things up in a hurry. I mean, you talked about the facilities at San Jose State. I mean, they average 30 to 40 fans a game. I mean, that's an exaggeration, but it's not. I mean, it's one of the hardest jobs in college basketball.
First free throw was good by Cardenas. Second one he missed. 11-point lead for San Jose State. The Rams racing in the forecourt. Stevens right in the lane. Pull-up jumper is good. 74-65. It's a 9-point game. 33.3 seconds to go. Rams coming with the full court pressure. San Jose State trying to get it in. They do to Cardenas. He was fouled by Stevens. He bobbled the basketball a little bit as he tried to come to a jump stop. Rams wanted to walk, didn't get it. Two teams led to the other end of the court. More free throws for Alvaro Cardenas, sophomore from Spain.
Well, what do you do if you're the Rams? You know, you cannot get your head down now as you've got to, rebound quick here and find a way to come back against, we got at Nevada, then Fresno and Air Force at home. So it doesn't get much easier going against a Nevada team that's flying under the radar right now and just beat Boise on the road. So got to find a way to get back to this practice floor and find a way to get this defense cooking again.
First free throw good by Cardenas, back up to a double-digit lead. Second free throw no good. Rebound to Tanjay, 30 seconds to go. Rams racing in the forecourt, down by 10. Stevens skip pass, got it to Rivera, fires the three. He hits. 75-68, timeout Colorado State, 24.4 seconds to go. Other games in the Mountain West Conference here today. New Mexico has taken the lead up in Laramie against Wyoming, 60-59, 8:20 left in that contest. And San Diego State continues to lead against UNLV, 50-43 at Thomas & Mack Center, 11:44 to go in the second half of that one. Mentioned the Rams go to Reno on Wednesday to take on the Wolfpack. Nevada going to pick up a road win today. They beat Air Force 75-69. As Adam mentioned, they knocked off Boise and Reno on Wednesday night. So it's a Nevada team that's going to have 2 wins in their back pocket as they face CSU on Wednesday night. It's a late tip-off, 8:30 Mountain tip-off. Adam and I will be on the airwaves at 8 p.m. from Reno. 24.4 seconds to go. Rams down by 7, 75-68. San Jose State looking to throw it in. It comes into Amari Moore. Got it back to Trey Anderson. Anderson's fouled there with 19.6 seconds to go.
Man, I like that they're picking up full here, and you see what they're able to do against some of these guards who aren't the best ball handlers, but do that earlier. I mean, pick up full when this game's, getting close, 4 or 5 minutes left, and put some pressure on San Jose State. Again, that full court defense is something in the back pocket that the Rams have got to continue to use earlier in these games when they get down to just change their energy and get some momentum plays.
Battling against Davey Jackson, his 5th foul. And he is fouled out of the contest. Jackson back for the first time in 3 games. Looked a little rusty out there today. Played 15 minutes tonight. First free throw by Anderson, no good. 19.6 seconds to go. Rams down by 3 possessions still. One more free throw coming for Trey Anderson. Turning starter from last year. Second free throw is good. 76-68. Rams sent it into Isaiah Stevens, racing forecourt. Stevens fires up a 3. He was fouled, missed it. But Isaiah's going to go to the free throw line. Boy, and Tim Miles just has the death stare going to Amari Moore, who committed the foul. Moore hasn't done a lot wrong here tonight. In fact, he's done just about everything right. 29 points for Amari Moore, but the head coach for San Jose State not exactly thrilled with that foul.
Well, and Isaiah Stevens kind of pulls up right at the other end of that ball screen where Amari Moore's just kind of sliding through, and Isaiah's already up into his shot as he gets through that. And credit Stevens finding some contact there, and I thought he was going to make that and really put some pressure on San Jose State to finish this ball game.
First free throw by Stevens is good. Second free throw no good. Rams down by 7. One more, trying to make it a 2-possession game with 15.7 seconds to go. Third and final free throw here for Isaiah Stevens. And it's good. Joe Palmer will check in for John Tanjay. Offensive, defensive substitutions. Full length of the floor to go for San Jose State. Anderson set to throw it in. He can run the baseline. He does. Runs to the right. Bounces it into Amari Moore. Right back to Anderson. Didn't foul him. Got it to Cardenas. Back to Moore. Forecourt. Got it to the left side to Tolbert. And finally the Rams get a foul against Cardenas after 7 seconds go off the clock. 7.4 left. Rams down by 6.
You got Trey Anderson to leave his feet and almost throw that ball away. Baylor Heb just a second too late trying to get to Cardenas.
First free throw by Cardenas is good. Well, how about this? Last 2 games, in the opening 2 games in the Mountain West Conference, opponents have hit 28 threes on CSU.
That makes it hurt. That hurts.
Mexico had 15 on Wednesday. San Jose State 13 of 27 today. Second free throw is good by Cardenas. 77-70. Forward court, here comes Stevens, driving right down the lane, laid it up. Blocked there by Viola, and that's going to do it. For the first time in program history, San Jose State has defeated Colorado State in men's basketball. Spartans now 1-23 against the Rams, but they were the better team here this afternoon. The final score from Moby Arena, the Rams fall to 0-2 in Mountain West Conference play as they fall to San Jose State 78-70. Back with the postgame following